Horsham and Crawley need a new hospital, and we need it now. People in this area are having to rely on going to Redhill, to East Surrey Hospital at Redhill. It's a long way away, it's very inaccessible, and frankly the service, the treatment, the care they get when they get there is not good enough. And it's no fault of the staff there, who are hard-working and do their very best, but the demand they're facing is just more than they can cope with.
I don't think it's right that my patients who are disabled, ill, or just elderly and don't have enough money should be forced to pay £26 to get a taxi to East Surrey. That's not on. What we need is a hospital in the centre of the community. There was no logic in ever building a hospital or starting a hospital outside the community, and that's what happened. We ought to have local services on the doorstep so that you can be seen in hospital, you can have your investigations, you can have your treatment, you can come back to your own community. And that's where the hospital should be, in the community. There's a legacy. The legacy is for our children and our grandchildren, because actually they're not going to thank us if we don't do anything now.
We are all equally adversely affected by a lack of proper access to emergency health care. My wife used to work at Crawley Hospital, and then her job moved to East Surrey Hospital several years later. Some days it would take her almost an hour to be able to get to East Surrey Hospital from West Sussex. If an area like ours doesn't deserve a hospital with accidents and emergency and maternity, then where does? I find it very regrettable that my two children, who are now 5 and 2.5, had to be born out of the county in which they're growing up in. It is not right.
The people of Horsham and Crawley need a new acute hospital, and as has been said, there are sites already earmarked for them, so that's not a problem, which it often is. East Surrey is in completely the wrong place and is the least accessible place that you could be able to get to, and it's impossible for some people who don't have their own transport. By working together as a united community with our MP, our local councils, and with all of you here, I can see what a desire there is for it, then surely we can make our voices heard, even in the distant corridors of Whitehall.
Year in and year out, it has been the unfortunate duty of the West Sussex County Times to report on people whose lives have been lost because there was not an acute A&E facility on the doorstep of Horsham and Crawley. For that reason, for the past 10 years, the County Times has stood shoulder to shoulder with our local MP, with our County Council, with Horsham District Council, both the Conservatives in government and the Lib Dem opposition, to fight for this hospital. We wholly and wholeheartedly support the campaign today. This rally is incredibly important because we must get the message across.
My last message to you is that this is not the end of the campaign, this is the beginning of the campaign. Every single one of you goes away from here not as supporters of the campaign, but as campaigners, determined to sign up more and more people to get the car stickers in the windows, the signatures on the cards, the petition signed, the website, all of that. If everybody goes away doing that, the voice from Horsham and Crawley for a new hospital now will resound around the land and will be a voice so loud that it cannot be ignored.